If you're struggling to get your S1000D or indeed IPS project off the ground, wondering how to manage supply chains, or curious about the future of IPS tools, this one is for you. Hey everyone, Mike here. And yes, I know it's been a little while since I've posted anything here, but trust me, it's not because I've been sitting around doing nothing. In fact, every time I go to do a YouTube update, I seem to get dragged into something else. So here I am. I think this is the first time I have used this backdrop on YouTube. So the new look and feel, for those of you who have done any of my online training this year, you will already be familiar with this setup. So I've been deep in the field, delivering training, supporting some major consulting engagements, and yes, still trying to squeeze in a bit of photography and downtime, just so I can stay sane. But today, I've got a bunch of exciting updates, what I think are exciting updates to share with you. So let's get into it. One of the biggest challenges I've been helping clients with, over the years and specifically recently, is how to get started quickly with S1000D. And I'm going to talk about the wider S series in a bit. We should know, not every project has the luxury of months to discuss, set up, configure, document, and align every aspect of the S1000D spec or any of these specifications. Some teams just need to move and move smartly. This is true for many of the projects I support. That's where my spiral approach comes in, and many of you will be familiar with that. It's a practical, fast-track method to get going without skipping the fundamentals, and it's at the heart of what I call the SVP, the S1000D Viable Project. Start small, iterate often, build as you go, but in a process and documented driven way. This approach is already helping clients avoid project paralysis and make genuine, measurable progress whilst meeting contractual and strategic goals and, of course, reducing risk. So now let's talk tools, and specifically, I'm excited, SpiralNote, the next generation of the IPS toolkit that I have had a pipe dream of developing, and now it is a reality. SpiralNote is a centralized smart dashboard built specifically for S1000D and yes, IPS project managers. We'll talk about that. It's designed to help you manage your project from setup to delivery with confidence. So here's a taste of what's included. It's a guided project setup wizard to define your SVP in minutes and not months. Stakeholder and risk registers to capture key project dynamics. Progress tracking tied to S1000D phases and gates. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Integrated dynamic checklist, including the popular 101 S1000D project checks, a built-in data scope and contract builder, smart dashboards and reporting for real-time project insights. And we're now including support for S3000L and S2000M. And of course, we're moving more now into S6000T support as well with my developer, and much more besides. So that's right, SpiralNote is already evolving to include things like 6000T. We're bringing in this rapidly maturing specification next, as I am seeing a lot of interest around this specification. SpiralNote, it's software agnostic. It's grounded in real world experience. Currently, we're in beta and we will roll it out to IPS toolkit users when we're happy with it. When we say we, me, when I'm happy with it. And yes, the original IPS toolkit is still supported while we complete the full migration into SpiralNote. However, all of the features that are in the current IPS toolkit will be migrated to SpiralNote. SpiralNote already has a fully detailed development roadmap, and I'm super excited about that. And some of the features that we have planned are gonna, I hope, shake up the market a little bit. The idea is to migrate away from the reliance on third-party tools and have our own platform. We can develop our own capabilities on top of. So if you're interested in SpiralNote, I'll put a link down below. You can go and look at that. On the event front, TDW-Live is shaping up nicely for this year. After a brief conversations with those that matter, the idea is that Team Defence Information or ASD or someone from the AST team will be joining us to give an official update on the S series, where things stand, what's changed, and where it's heading next. This is a hot topic question I am getting a lot at the moment, and I have fed back some market data points to the owners of these specifications. So looking forward to that. We already have a room full of sponsors, and the early bird tickets have been snapped up by several of you already. More details on our TDW-Live website. For those who came last year and I announced our layer learning platform, well, you will get to see it as we plan to use it at the event, a unique way of not only just attending the event, but also a personalized learning experience for you. And there are some nice features that have gone into that tool. I've also had a few people ask if I'll be attending the S1000D user forum in Montreal. The answer is not this year. And I'm fully booked delivering training through August and September. And after that, all focus goes into preparing for TDW-Live with a small motorbike ride around Europe planned in amongst all of this manicness that's going on in TDW at the moment. So speaking of training, I've had a lot of interest in a classroom-based S1000D Project Manager course. The course is built around core phases we cover on standard training. So those of you who know, we talk about align, define, assign, develop, deliver, maintain, and archive. It's aimed at helping PMs understand not just the tools, but the strategy and decisions behind successful implementations. And of course, we will use the SpiralNote platform to help our learning and understanding. The current thinking is this will be a live session hosted in the UK. Earliest opportunity, it's likely to be early December. I've already had several requests for information based on my LinkedIn post from a few weeks back. So if you're interested in that, if it sounds useful to you or your team, there's a link below in the description where you can register your interest. I'm still working. I'm also working on a series of webinars covering some hot topics across S1000D, IPS, and data sharing. One of them will support a new paper I'm writing called How to Manage Complex S1000D Supply Chains. This paper is being sponsored by RWS and will be available shortly. We will follow it up with a webinar, and you'll learn how RWS are supporting complex S1000D projects. These are all based on real experiences, helping programs with multiple vendors, differing tool sets, and varying levels of maturity. How do we manage a complex data supply chain is a real challenge. What are the tools and methods we can use to make the process easier? Stay tuned, you're going to find out. And if you've attended any of my S1000D training courses from January the 1st, 2025 this year, you'll now get access to a special resource. So a bonus content, if you like, 50 plus reasons S1000D projects fail. This is based on decades of lessons learned, a punchy, practical guide to help you avoid the traps and mistakes that catch out even experienced teams. Another big question I've been getting lately is how real is the S series? It's a fair question, especially as more projects are being asked to implement elements of it without fully understanding what's practical, what's mature, and what's still evolving. So I'm working on a piece that explores this exact topic. What's real, what's usable, and what do you need to know to make smart decisions? Stay tuned, because that's coming soon, as I have what I think is an innovative way of answering this very question. In fact, if it comes off, I plan to use the case study that I'm developing at TDW-Live this year, and we will work through it together. And beyond that, I've got more coming, including how AI is shaping IPS and how we balance automation with good governance, how tools like SpiralNote will integrate learning support and note-taking, SpiralNote, why the future of IPS lies in data strategy, not just spec compliance, how we help teams go from data to insights to action. So we've got a lot going on. So there you go. SpiralNote, SVPs, training updates, TDW-Live, webinars and papers, even more to come on the S series, and of course AI. So if you found this useful, give it a little like, hit subscribe, check the links in the description to stay in the loop or register for upcoming sessions. Create a free account on our IPS website for more papers and resource. And as always, together we can make data work. So stay safe, stay well. I will do my best to keep you updated here. The best thing to do is to create an account on our website, where I'm putting probably more content at this time. Hope you like the new look and feel TDW IPS studio. I've got a really cool idea, which I'm currently trying to get the budget holder to sign off on, Claire. And I've got this vision for TDW that if I can persuade my lords and masters, it will be truly unique. And I think it will be, I mean, I'd get excited about it. Some of the gaps that you can see along the wall there, I've bought a whole load of vintage signs recently that are going to be going up there shortly. So hopefully you'll see some good stuff. Those of you who I'm training in the next couple of months, firstly, thank you for trusting me to train your teams. Looking forward to some international travel, heading off to Italy soon, back to the Netherlands. I've already been to the Netherlands once or twice already this year. Done some stuff with Poland, done some stuff with the United States. You were a great team, really enjoyed training you. Lots going on. So stay safe, like, share, subscribe. Any questions, get in touch. Speak soon. Should we try again? All right, let's try again. It's only about take 15. What the future of IPS lies in data strategy, not just that second or loaded shit. Let's go back here.